Hey, um, I decided to do this YouTube video of my complications of the gastric bypass because I seen a lot of it on there, and I figured maybe it's time for me to tell my story. Um, well, I had my gastric bypass. In fact, I did the reroute uh, February 7th of 2013. I would say the very first month after the surgery, I started having complications, and then I ended up 3 months after an ulcer. But after that, the ulcers turned into more ulcers. So by that same year, at the end of the year, I ended up with the malnutrition, and I had to get a feeding tube in me through my nose down to my intestines, and that was the most hell month that I had. That was the month of December, even during Christmas. So I end up with that, and right after, I would say, April 2014, I was having severe pain in my stomach, and I started vomiting. And before you know it, I was laying on the floor in excrucial pain, and my husband called the ambulance, and they were rushing me to the hospital, and they said that I was having a bowel obstruction. So they had to do emergency surgery on me, and she said, in fact, she might have removed part of my small intestines out, but in fact, they didn't have to, thank goodness. But, they end up, saving me because I almost died with a bowel obstruction if I didn't get there in time. So soon after, I still started having, I would say maybe 3 months after that surgery, I started having, problems again, severe pain and vomiting and nausea mostly. But back up a little bit, as for the ulcers, they were not, in fact, I ended up with 7 ulcers altogether. But in time, I think the ulcers started, you know, leaving, then coming back, then leaving. But like I said, after the bowel obstruction, 3 months after, I started having severe pain in my stomach again and nausea. I went to 2 different bariatric doctors. They didn't do not much. Then I tried to work with my primary care doctor because she was the only one that was actually listening. So I went to her, and she started, sending me to specialists, even sent me to a gastrologist who tried, they both were trying to keep me regulated because they said I was, constipated a lot. I had chronic constipation. And I was trying to keep me regulated, but, that wasn't, working as much. I have been back and forth to the ER, admitted to the hospital more than my whole lifetime. Mind you, I'm 44 years old. So trust me, that was a long time. Yeah, as you can see, I've lost the weight. I weighed 275 before my surgery. Now I weigh 125, but a lot of it is due from illness. But I went to a gastrologist around the end of the year. He did an endoscope and a colonoscopy. And it's funny because every test from the ERs or doctors or anything like that, they come up negative. And nothing happens until I have something happens like close to a bowel obstruction or, stuff like that, that something may come up, but most of the times all your tests just come out negative. And then one day I saw, some lady talking about some laparoscopy procedures she had to do 5 years ago in a different country. So I was looking into that, something, because I know I had scar tissue damage and everything. That's all I knew. But anyways, I was trying to talk to doctors, trying to find out what's going to happen to me next. But before I knew it, this year, January 2015, I was again laying on the floor in excrucial pain, vomiting. And my husband once again called the ambulance, and they came and when they were getting me, getting me together to go rush me to the hospital, he was taking my BP, the EMT worker, and said that my blood pressure was 233 over 140. So, hey, if a bowel obstruction was going to kill me, a heart attack or stroke would. And mind you, with the severe pain that I'm having each day, my blood pressure is high. It's very high, you know? And I feel like, again, like I said, if a bowel obstruction don't kill me, a heart attack or stroke will soon. So I went back to my gastrologist soon after I had another bowel obstruction surgery this year in January. And what the gastrologist told me is there's nothing I can do for you anymore. This is a bariatric problem. And maybe you can have a vision of your gastric bypass. So me and my husband, and he, by the way, he's been very, very supportive. Very supportive. And I think if it wasn't for him, I think I would have been lost, you could say. But anyways, so I tried go to the but mind you, before I went to my bariatric doctor, I tried to go also pain management. They're saying it's all in my head, the pain and all that, They try to do a nerve block, and of course the nerve block didn't work, and because it didn't work, they said there's nothing I can do for you. That's what pain management said. So I went to my bariatric doctor, and I asked him for his help, and he said, well, what we'll do, we could see what we could do in a few months. Let yourself heal from this bowel obstruction surgery, and maybe we can, revision your gastric bypass. That's what he told me. So I felt a little hopeful, but then in a week, I had to see him in a week. But this time I brought my husband. So when I brought my husband with me to that appointment, I guess my husband was asking all the right questions. And when he did, the bariatric doctor said, oh no, we're not planning on, redoing her, revisioning her gastric bypass. Either she has to be a strong smoker or a heavy smoker or a drug addict. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? I can die, but I like his quote. But we can help her next time she has a bowel obstruction. So basically, we can't do nothing until she has another bowel obstruction. So last time I checked, you died from a bowel obstruction. And those last two bowel obstructions, I was lucky. I could have died from those. And the only reason why I was lucky, because I live up the street from a emergency room or a hospital. And that's what saved me. But I could have died twice. I'm a mother of 3 and a grandmother of a 2-year-old. My husband and I have been married for 7 years. In fact, our anniversary was March, but we couldn't celebrate because I was sick. I was admitted in the hospital. And we couldn't celebrate our anniversary this year. We couldn't celebrate his birthday because I was also admitted in the hospital. My husband had to take a FMLA from work, so if he needs me, this has been kind of not just hard on me, but my family as well, because this does take a toll on the family. I didn't know what to do. I tried to research on the internet something, begging for answers or, somebody to help me. I finally went to this general surgeon, and I begged him for help. I said, he's my last resort because nobody else is helping me. And he said, well, let me run some tests. He did his test. He came to the conclusion that he was going to do a laparoscopy on me. I got excited thinking, like, maybe this will help me, But he did give me a thing saying this is a 50-50 chance that this will work, And I said, look, I'm willing to take anything at this point because nothing's been working up to now. So he did the laparoscopy, which was April 16th of this year, 2015. He found, of course, he repaired the scar tissue damage. He not only that, he repaired the scar tissue damage. He found a hernia, he said, but you ready for this? He found a hole in my bowels. But the pain was all in my head. That's what they said. And I could have had stuff leaking out of the bowel, the hole. But what saved me, again, somebody must be watching upstairs for me, was the hernia. Because the hernia was covering the hole. So he repaired that. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, this will save me. This will help, right? But once again, I'm in severe pain again. And I've been vomiting and nauseated again. And I know times I come close, I know, my stomach has been full of stool, meaning that, I'm close to another bowel obstruction again. Right now, me and my husband think about talking to a lawyer because every doctor gave up on me, or there's nobody want to talk to me or won't listen. I begged for a revision of my gastric bypass again, but nobody refuses to do it. They rather, I guess, die for me to die. I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I'm trying to search for answers. I'm trying to hold my head up. It's been hard. I mean, family and friends have been very, very supportive, but, it's almost like I'm giving up. It's not that, I'm suicidal or anything, but I'm just feel like I want to give up. I'm tired. Because I really, really do not know what to do anymore. So, I hope the only biggest regret that I did, or I feel that I did, I should have really, really researched into this gastric bypass. I'm not saying that this gastric bypass are discouraging anybody for doing it. I'm just saying just, research it. Research not just the positive things about it, but the negative things too. I didn't do a full research. I just started listening to everybody, the doctors, saying, oh, this is going to change your life. This is a great thing. The support groups, I'm thinking, like, if it's anybody who knows better or other people. In fact, the support group people talk positive, not the negative things about it. And that's what they're there for, just to make sure you know. And also, only you know your body. At first, I went into this program thinking I was going to do the lap band. But I was told to do, or advised to do, the rewrap, because in the past I had a mini stroke. But even though I was hesitant about it, right, I thought maybe a doctor know, and the other people know. But no, only you know your body. Only you know your body. So really, do your research. See all the complications that are due for this as well, and if you're willing to take the risk. And yeah, the surgery is good for some people, but not always for everybody. And I just pray each day that I will get well. I don't even know what else to say, but, I decided to do this because if my story can get out there and make people be aware, because I think they're pushing this surgery on everybody now. Everybody, because the bariatric department doctors I used to go to, there used to be not that many people in there, but now it's crowded full of people and from young to old, and, the support group meetings are packed. And it's like, I feel like these doctors are pushing this surgery on everybody. And it's not right. The best way to go is go naturally and try to diet on your own if you can. Find other ways. Now, if I had to do it over again, I think I should have wished I went to the lap band at least. But I hate to say I regret it. I regret it every day. So again, like I said, I just pray that, one day, I finally have a normal life. Because I can't remember when the last time I had a normal life. I want a job. I went to college for social work and I can't even get a job. I tried to do it last year to get a job, but I got fired after 3 months for health issues. I just want a normal life. I want to spend time with my family. My youngest is 7 years old. Like I said, I have a grandbaby. I have a 23-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 7-year-old. And a grandbaby. And I barely can see my grandbaby because I'm sick all the time. So I am missing out a lot. I thought I was missing out a lot before when I was big. But I'm missing out more now that I'm sick a lot. So again, research it. And just make sure you're willing to take the risk. And, again, like I said, do not have anybody push you into this. Again, only you know your body. So, that's that. And, I hope my story, get out there. Thank you.